Welcome back. It is Monday, July 28th in the MLB, and my two favorite picks are on the way. What's going on, everyone? It's Logan from Calling Our Shot. Just me today, a solo Logan video, as Austin currently is traveling home. He should be back tomorrow, though, to hopefully continue our winning ways. It's just me with my two picks today. On Sunday, we closed out the weekend with a nice little winning day. Let's talk about the recap. Austin's pick, Carlos Rodon under and hits allowed. That was a winner. Love to see that one. Then we had also the Padres and Cardinals over in that game. Thank you, Padres, for really showing up. The Padres carried the load of that over. We absolutely love that. What we didn't love was the loser on Sunday was the Rays' first five money line. It was just tough because Shane Baz pitched well. He just had a really bad first inning where he allowed 2 runs. He just didn't get any run support at all. The Rays really cannot bring the bats. That's a reeling offense. And I do want to talk about the Rays a little bit because in my picks today, I do have a pick in that Rays game. So stay tuned for that. If you are new to this channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hopefully we can continue our little winning ways. Austin and I've been trying hard to get out of the hole, so hopefully we can do that today. And it starts with the first pick of the day. I kind of hinted on where it is. It's going to be the under 4.5 in the first 5 innings of Rays and Yankees. -113 odds on FanDuel is your best value there. Now, something I want to point out about this game is each of these teams have a 1.5 first 5 team total. And I don't like the direction of either of these two offenses, which is why I'm pretty comfortably backing the first 5 innings under in this one. If you want to take the full game, be my guest, but I will warn you why I don't think that's a great idea, because both these bullpens in the month of July have been not great at all. Yankees bullpen 29th in bullpen ERA, the Rays 22nd in bullpen ERA. So if you're thinking a full game under, if you like my analysis in the first 5, just know that the bullpens behind both these two pitchers have been pretty suspect. I'm limiting it to just the first 5 innings because I think out of the gate, both these two offenses start slow. And I think the starting pitching can be good enough in this one. Let's talk about it, though. Cam Schlittler starts for the Yankees, 4.35 ERA and a 1.55 whip. He's pitched 2 games. Small sample size, obviously. Went 5 1/3 innings, 3 earned runs, and then 5 innings, 2 earned runs against the Blue Jays. I like that Blue Jays start for him. He pitched pretty solid in that one, only giving up 2 earned runs to a really good Toronto Blue Jays offense that's been seeing the ball well right now. Gives me confidence that he can build off that start and have a solid home start in this one. He's an arm that the Rays have never seen before as well. So there's not pitcher, interdivision familiarity with the Rays and Schlittler, which is what I want, because it might take him a few times through the order to really get to him. I got to say it. I hate what I saw from the Rays yesterday. Whenever I have a pick, I sit there and watch it like I have $2 million on it. I was sitting there just in agony because the Rays just kept getting men on. They were doing absolutely nothing with it. Brady Singer was trying to hand them some free offense. He put a base runner on virtually every inning in that first 5 innings. They were straight up poverty with runners on. And it makes sense because if you look at the numbers in their last 3 games, the Rays are only hitting 152. That's a terrible batting average. If they figure it out today against Schlittler, tip of the cap. Then it is what it is in that one. But I'm just going to go ahead and bet against it because my eyes do not deceive me. That offense is really struggling right now, and it coincides with the Rays struggling as a team. You get swept by the Reds, you kind of deserve what you got, and that's exactly what the Rays did. They had no sense of urgency yesterday. Do they have a sense of urgency against the Yankees today? Maybe. But I'll go ahead and bet against it because what is good offense for them? Maybe 2 runs in the first 5 could be their cap. So I like his prospects today. He's probably not even going to pitch that long anyway. Speaking of not pitching long, Drew Rasmussen starts for the Rays, 2.93 ERA and a 1.03 whip. We know Rasmussen's been on an innings limit, but we saw 4 innings pitched in his most recent start. So maybe they're going to fluctuate that depending on the game. And this is a big divisional series against the Yankees. So it's like whatever Rasmussen's going to give them, he's going to give them. It could be 3, could be 4 innings. Again, I'm not going to try to forecast that. But I know he should pitch, pretty decent in this game. He faced the Yankees back in April, went 5 2/3 innings, pitched 1 earned run in that start. Pretty solid outing, obviously, but that was back in April. What I do like about Rasmussen's game is he's great at inducing soft contact ground ball outs. 87th percentile in ground ball percentage. 85th percentile in barrel percentage. Those are big against the Yankees lineup that does know how to slug, especially in Yankee Stadium with that short porch. I want a guy that's inducing some soft contact ground ball outs, and that for the most part has been Rasmussen. Let's talk about this Yankees offense too. There's a guy missing in this lineup, number 99, Aaron Judge. Obviously, we know he's on the IL. Do I really fear this Yankees lineup without Aaron Judge? For the most part, no, I don't. I mean, I think they can definitely put up some runs as they did with Wheeler yesterday, but I think that was an overachieving game for the Yankees as a whole. Because you know what, it's Sunday's weird baseball. I mean, Zach Wheeler had what a lot of people thought was a good matchup. A lot of people were on Philly's money line. He just really he had one bad inning, and that's kind of all it takes against the Yankees. Yes, they can make you pay, but I think Rasmussen's going to have a really solid start. In 35 plate appearances, the Yankees roster is only hitting 129 against Rasmussen. I could look at the whole hitter pitcher splits with all the Yankees guys that should be in there, like Volpe's 0 for 7. I mean, Chisholm's 0 for 3, Bellinger 0 for 3. A lot of these guys have seen Rasmussen before, and he's had their number. So I really do like that prospect today. And I mentioned that this Yankees offense overachieved versus Wheeler, but they're still only hitting 218 in their last 5 games. That includes high-scoring games against the Phillies as well, when they just kind of tacked on some late runs. I love this first 5 under. Hopefully, it stands a really good chance of cashing. Both starting pitchers need to do their jobs today, and we will cash that bet. Let's transition, though, into my second pick, and it's going to be a pretty solid plus value pick. It's going to be a little 2-leg parlay here. Oops. You can see it on the screen. I reformat it, but it's going to be the Dodgers team total over 3.5. That's an alt team total, and it's going to be Jacob deGrom over 17.5 outs plus 137 odds on Caesars is your best value for this little 2-leg parlay. This it feels like a pick Austin would make because he loves the plus value little 2-leg parlays. Obviously, if you were to play each of these legs individually, they are way too juiced. And before the comments say, Logan, the Dodgers team total is 5.5. I know it is. This is an alt team total. And then your next best odds on this one, also it's plus 130 on DraftKings. So if you do have, the big books like FanDuel, DraftKings, you should be able to play it on DraftKings. Unfortunately, FanDuel, outs props, they are what they are. I didn't see a line on there this morning. The first leg of this parlay, let's talk about it. We need the Dodgers to score 4. If they don't score 4, this parlay is cooked. But their normal team total set to 5.5. And that might even hit today against Chase Burns and the Reds. Like, if you want to play their 5.5, go for it. I mean, there's solid plus money on the over, but asking for 6 runs is a lot, especially from a Dodgers offense that has been pretty hit or miss. But they can be missed today and still get 4 runs. I mean, that's we live in a world where that's a possibility. Today they'll face Chase Burns, who starts for the Reds. 6.65 ERA, 1.62 WHIP for Chase Burns. Not great numbers at all, really. I mean, he's had limited sample size, of course, but he had more regression in his last start. You're really seeing the growing pains in real time. He'll have 10 Ks, but he'll also really struggle to get some of the timely outs. And that's exactly what happened in that last game against the Nationals. 7 hits, 6 runs allowed, 5 of them earned runs. That's what I'm really hoping for today, that the Dodgers can do against him, because the Dodgers are a better lineup than Nationals. I mean, breaking news, guys. That's just that is what it is. Burns, one of the things that Chase Burns is struggling is against lefties. I mean, lefties are hitting 298 against him. There's some really key lefties in the top of this lineup named Freddie Freeman and Shohei Ohtani that should be able to have success against him, get on base, hopefully hard hit extra base hits, and the guys behind them can drive them home. I like the lefty bats in this lineup. They're prospects today. And we know Chase Burns is great at getting strikeouts. I mean, it's what he does. He excels at that. But he also is a little bit erratic at times. He will walk batters. And when he walks batters and puts those guys on, it's really up to the Dodgers to be able to hit those guys around. With runners in scoring position, Chase Burns is allowing a 320 batting average, which I just think is a little bit too high, for a guy like that. Chase Burns is a boom or bust pitcher. When he's booming, it's nearly 10 Ks. But when it's a bust, he's putting on free base runners. He's erratic, and then it could unravel pretty quickly from there. With the power bats in the lineup and great hitting conditions, the wind is blowing out. According to Ballpark Pal, we have a great increase in home runs and extra base hit opportunities in Great American Ballpark. I'll take my chances with the Dodgers just to get 4 runs. I don't even need the full 6 to hit their normal team total. I just want 4 today. Then it moves on to the second leg of this parlay. It's going to be Jacob deGrom over 17.5 outs. Now, of course, this one is a little bit too juicy to play on its own, but he's over this line in 8 of his last 9 starts. His lone miss in there was actually against the Angels in early July. DeGrom only allowed a 195 batting average in that start, but they just ran up the pitch count to like 95 in 5 innings. So it wasn't as efficient of an outing for DeGrom as we've seen, but we know the type of pitcher he is. I mean, this is a guy, honestly, he could come in this one extra pissed off because I know he wants to get 6. That's what the Rangers want. That's what he wants. So the fact that he didn't get 6 against them last time out, I think he's going to be extra motivated again for that. And he'll be able to kind of adjust on what worked, what didn't work in that one. Because I'm not saying it was a bad start, but to DeGrom's standard, he allowed 3 runs in that one. So that is one of his lesser starts. And we're not going to still call it a bad start, but it wasn't up to his standards. And the Angels, look at this offense. I really don't like what I'm seeing from them against righties recently. They're only hitting 185 against righties in their last 5 games. I just think if you put it all all together, the Rangers are looking for 6 from Jacob deGrom. You don't want to tax your bullpen early on unless you absolutely have to. Got to fit this right. And once again, I just think Jacob deGrom in a good position to go 6 innings. That's what we need to cash this bet. That's the over 17.5 outs. 6 innings pitched. Go do your job, Jacob deGrom. That will do it for the picks today, though. I'll do a quick little recap. We have this Dodgers team total over 3.5, parlayed with Jacob deGrom over and outs, as I just mentioned. And we also have the Yankees and Rays over 4.5 in the first 5 innings. Thank you guys so much for listening and for tuning in on this fine Monday. Let's have a great week. Let's make it let's start the week off with a nice little mini 2-0 sweep. Austin's returning home. Hopefully we can increase the volume as this week goes on, and hopefully we can continue the winning ways. This has been Logan. Catch you on tomorrow's video.